Ty Tygon Reality TV. Okay, so the day has come. It is time for me to change the oil in my car. Now this video is going to be a vlog and a tutorial. I might as well combine the two together. I normally don't make these kind of videos, but I thought, why not do it just for a moment for me to remember, and a tutorial to show all of you guys how to do this. I'm driving a Toyota Celica 2005 model, and I'm gonna go and back it up into this garage, and I'm gonna go and change the oil. First, I'm gonna back the car in, and then I'm gonna show you the details. My car is idling right now, so first what I need to do is I'm going to go and get some ramps to put underneath my tires, so that way I can prop my car up. I am using these ramps that will hold about 12,000 tons, 12,000 pounds, which is 12 tons. And I'm going to go and place it underneath my tires, in front of my front tires, so that way I can be able to prop my car up. As you can see, I have my ramps ready for me to prop my car up. So now I'm going to have to do it carefully, very carefully. Now as you can see, I'm going to have to do it very carefully. I don't want to go too fast, otherwise I'll have some problems. I might just go right over and then my car is stuck. So now slowly, gently start going forward. Don't press on the acceleration too hard. Not a very easy task to do, but I'm trying carefully. It is best to not do this by yourself. If you have a friend that would stand outside the car watching what you're doing, that would be the best choice, best thing to do. Alright, it feels like I have propped my car up properly. So now I am ready to turn off the ignition and begin changing the oil of my car. So here we go. I'm gonna get out of my car. Whoops, don't bang the wall, otherwise you scratch your door. Gotta be careful of that. As you see, I did a good job. It's a good thing that this bump right here let me know that I wasn't going too far over. Now, to be honest, I don't feel very comfortable going underneath a heavy car. You know, I don't feel like being crushed alive by a deadfall, but so far, from what I can see, it looks like I did a fairly good job. Seems safe enough. So now, I shall begin changing my oil. I'll go and get my tools and all the supplies I require, and then I shall begin. Okay, so here are the tools and items that I need to change the oil in my car. What I'm using is a Mobile Super 5,000 miles protection 5W30, 5 quarts. This tank I think will hold This tank will hold 4.5 quarts of oil. My oil filter, Mobil 1 Extended Performance M1103. The socket to change the oil filter, to undo the old and put on the new. Socket wrench, it would require a 14mm size wrench to 14mm socket to undo the bolt that's for the oil. Gloves, funnel, and oil pan. and not the GoPro camera. That's just for me to view underneath the car better as an extra camera angle, so I don't have to hold my phone. So I have driven my car about 5 miles from work, came back. It's best to drive your car around a little bit just so that way the oil has managed to circulate a little bit. So that way you can check your dipstick to check the oil level. Now, as you can see, there are 2 dots on the dipstick. That's the one on the bottom and the very end means low, and the one that's at the top means full. Let's see if it's in between. It's on top, which means it's full, which means that's a good sign. I was never leaking oil, so that's a good thing. So, I'm going to go ahead and clean the dipstick, put it back, where it was, and now I'm going to go ahead and undo the oil cap. I'm just going to place the oil cap to the side. Remember, it's best to not forget where you put the oil cap, otherwise you're not driving your car. Alright, so now it's time to go under the car. As you can see, I have it all set up right here. I have the oil pan, and now I'm going to drain the oil. So here we go. Alright, here's my 14mm socket wrench, and I'm going to go ahead and undo the bolt to drain out my oil. So let's begin. First, let me put on my gloves. Alright, I have my gloves on. Let's get back into the car. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and undo the bolt. It's on there really tight. Okay, unbolting the bolt was really on there tight, so now I finally got it loose. So as you can see, I am trying to loosen it, and I'm going to undo it now. Here we go. There. Now, there, that's better. Now, you take your socket wrench, undo the bolt, and now I'm going to undo it. This is going to squirt out of oil. I can already see it secreting. So here we go. Let's see if I can do it without getting a single drop on my hand. Oh, never mind. There we go. Obviously, I got a mess to clean up. So that's why I'm wearing gloves. So as you can see, I'm trying not to get oil on my phone. And there. Nice black oil. Okay, so far the oil hasn't finished draining. I'm still waiting. Now, at this point, extremely important. Whatever you do, do not start your engine to your car when it has no oil in it or while it's draining oil. Unless, of course, you simply don't care and you'd rather just destroy your engine. Because if you do, you'll wind up destroying your engine and you may as well just get a new car. So whatever you do, don't turn on your car. I mean, it's pretty obvious and it's common sense, so duh, don't do it. So right now, I'm just standing here waiting till the oil drains, and yeah. Now onto my vlog. So far, pretty good day of work. My boss seems to be very pleased and proud of my performance. Me making my sushi rolls faster and faster, and I'm learning how to make all types of sushi. Now I'm doing all the specials, which is really cool. So now I know how to make every type of sushi that is on the menu at that place, and there's like a variety of 60 different types. And now I know how to do all 60, which is great. I just need to pick up my speed a little bit, but I'm going pretty fast, but not as fast as my boss. He has like 25 years of experience, bachelor's degree in sushi. Extremely impressive. He can make one roll within 10 seconds. It's unbelievable. And he can just do it so fast, lightning fast. And meanwhile, he does like maybe 10 rolls, and I've only done maybe 2, maybe 1.5. But yeah, that goes to show how much experience compared to an amateur. So right now, yeah, I mean, I'm getting better, getting good. He likes my work, and that's nice. So that's pretty much the update. I mean, I don't really have anything else new to say or to do. Pretty much done the same thing every day. Experiencing life in California is good. I don't really see that much difference compared to France, except it's dry and desertous looking and it's hotter than France, that's for sure. But so far, the past 5 days, it's been very hot. Very, very uncomfortably hot where I'm sweaty and sticky. But you know, no, actually, in fact, not sticky. I've noticed by me being a vegetarian, I don't get sticky because I consume less salt. So the reason why you're sticky is because when you sweat, you're releasing water, oils, and salt. And this salt is what makes you sticky. I don't consume much salt, so I'm not sticky, which is pretty impressive. So yeah. Okay, so right now I am waiting for the oil to still drain. It sounds like, and I can see there's only a few driplets. It's not completely drained, but I'm still going to wait till it's completely drained before I close the cap and add oil. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and prepare my oil filter and take out the old oil filter. Now, as you can see here, I have the new oil filter. All brand new and ready. And I'm going to go now and add oil, new oil inside of it. Now the reason why it's good to add oil into the filter is so that way when you turn on the engine and you'll end up having to leave your engine on for a while just so that way the oil can circulate and fill up inside the filter. If you already have oil in the filter, you don't need to wait so long. So here we go. I'm going to pour the oil into the filter. Doing it with my left hand in a very bad angle. Hopefully I don't miss. So now I'm going to pour a little oil inside of the filter. Perfect. Whoops. Okay, that's good. It's not overfilled. Yeah, that's good. Maybe just a little touch bit more. Oops. Okay, I'm not going to do it one-handed. I'm just going to go ahead and... Alright, so now I spilt some of the oil. That's not a good thing. So I'm going to take some of the oil and put it on the rim, like that. That allows it to lubricate itself onto the socket, the oil filter socket. So that way it can attach. And now the oil in my car should be just about done. Yeah, there's just a few driplets. So yeah, it is time to go and change the oil filter. Okay, so now I'm going to go and take off the socket wrench and put on the other socket wrench, the oil filter wrench. So I'll take the 14mm one off temporarily. I'm going to take the oil filter wrench, place it in, and now let's go take the old filter off. So here we go. Blinded with the light on my phone, so now it's going to be a little bit more of a task, but let's hope it's not too difficult. So here we go. Here's the oil filter. Supposedly my other camera can see that. Alright. It doesn't. That's okay. Here we go. Let's go ahead. Having a little difficulty in this angle. There we go. There we go. There we go. I loosened it. Now, ooh, it's dripping a lot of oil. It's okay, Mama.
Is it working out?
Yes, I'm filming a vlog. Soon. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead, move drip pan over here so I don't drip oil filter oil on the ground. Obviously I have a very big mess to clean up. Oh boy, that's really making a mess. I more than likely should have waited till the oil pan completely emptied, but that's okay. Alright, so carefully undo it. If it drops, it's going to make a big mess. So best to do this slowly and carefully, little by little, bit by bit. Whoops, gotcha. There we go. I'm just going to dump what's in here into the pan, like that. So that way I can just dump it in and have every bit of oil. It's best to not throw away any of the oil into the trash can, including whatever's in this oil filter. So I'm just going to dump this all in there, shake it a bit, get it all out. Little by little, bit by bit. Now, This may be a long video, but there will be editing involved. Now, another good advice. When you're changing oil, it's best to not do it right after driving. It's best to let the car cool down a little bit. Because I just realized by doing this, my hands are kind of burning a little bit from the heat. So the oil obviously gets hot from the friction of the pistons moving. There we go, that's just out. And there we go, here's the old oil filter. Old oil filter, new oil filter. Okay, so I've waited till it fully drained. It took about 15 minutes. It's still dripping a little bit, but that's okay. I can just simply go ahead and put on the filter, then put on the oil cap that goes to the oil tank, and then fill it up with oil. Fresh, clean, new oil, so the car will be happy. Alright, so now let's go ahead and put everything into place. I'm going to take my oil filter, get back into the car, try not to get oil all over me. There's just old oil on the ground. I don't really want to smell like oil. Get out of the car. It's best to have a roller, but didn't get one. So here we go. I'm going to now put the new oil cap. I'm going to take the new oil filter and put it into place. Now the problem with this is that the oil filter is oily, so it's going to be slippery, so it's going to be hard to turn it tight as you can by hand. So I'm going to try my best to tighten it tight as I can by hand. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the oil filter wrench, put it on, and maybe just turn it almost a half a turn. So here we go. That's 1/4, and that's 1/2, almost a half. Well, actually, 3/4 of a turn. All right, now it's on there really tight, really good. And maybe do one more for good luck. So it's a full 360. There, perfect. Now that's on there good. Let me do one more. Okay, that's on good. I can't do it anymore. All right, so do it until you can't do it anymore. Now it's time to put the pin back on where you see it's coming out. All right, no more leaking oil. That's good. Now let's go ahead and grab. Oh, I left it here. Good. Now make sure, it's very important to make sure so you don't risk an oil leak and waste oil and then have a problem with your car in the future. As you can see, there's a washer on this pin. Make sure the washer is still there. Make sure the washer is still there. And take the screw and put it back where you unscrewed it. I'm going to go ahead, take that off, put back the 14mm bolt. may not be saying the correct terms, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm doing. There we go, the 14mm socket. And now let's go and tighten that bolt. Now, you have to be careful because this is an aluminum pot. If you do it too tight, you may bend it and break it. And then that's going to cost a lot more to get that replaced. So here we go. 1/4 of a turn. Alright, that feels good enough. Alright, it's on there good. Now, I have officially finished the main difficult process. That's on tight and good. Washer is on, no risk of leakage. Oil filter is on, nice and tight, no risk of leakage. Now I can officially remove the oil pan. Pull it out from underneath the car. All that good black motor oil. And grab my GoPro camera. Now, the best thing to do. Now, what to do with your old oil. You cannot throw it away in the trash can. You cannot throw it out off a cliff. You can't throw it in the beach. You can't throw it in the water. You can't throw it out in the street. You can't throw it out in the sand. You can't throw it out anywhere. The best thing to do with your old oil is take it to Pep Boys or to a regular garage that does car repairs and oil changes. They'll know what to do with it. So bring your old oil to them and have them dispose of it themselves. It may be free, it may cost, I don't know. But what I'm going to do with my oil is I'm actually going to pour it back inside of this once it's empty. And I plan on using the oil and make carbon steel. That's another video, another vlog, another subject, where I'm going to take my swords that are 440 stainless steel, heat it up to a glowing red, and drop it into the motor oil, or my other swords that are not the same steel, but whatever sword. So that way it becomes carbon steel. But that's a whole nother video. Here we go. Now it's time to pour the oil into my car engine. Here we go. Bloop, 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 bloop. As you can see, I have it at that level. I want it to just be a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and pour just a little bit more. Just a bit more. Alright, that should be just enough. Now what you can do to test it to make sure you have enough oil in your car is take a dipstick and see if it measures. Here's my dipstick. Wipe it dry. Going to be hard to see that it's properly filled because the synthetic is clear. So here we go. Now I'll go ahead and take the dipstick, dip it in, pull it out, and now let's see. Just the right amount. Kind of overfilled it, but that seems okay. Seems just about right. Alright. Now I have filled my engine. Now go ahead and put the dipstick back. Get the oil cap I left behind. And go ahead and screw it on. Make sure it's on tight. And there we go. I'm going to close my hood. Close my hood. And now I have a mess to clean up. And that's how you change the oil in a Toyota Celica GT 2005. Thank you for watching, and hopefully this will help you. This is basically the same concept and principle in all other cars, and this car in particular, the oil filter and the type of oil and the quantity of oil is made particularly for this car. But of course require different items for different cars. But that's basically how you change your oil. So thank you for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully this was educational. And that's the end of my vlog. Till the next vlog. I don't know what I'll be doing next, but we'll see. Till the next vlog. See ya.